30, I'ma find you, lay your out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone. He said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down. Soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life. Can't sabotage. I ain't folding.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. One goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
They find some open field here. And a shake and bake by Ajayi. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Escaping the pressure right. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Shotgun now for Bortles. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
77.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Going up top, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Sproles, the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia coming back onto the field. We've kind of documented their injury issues when we were talking about Carson Wentz earlier. You mentioned Alshon Jeffrey been out. Jay Ajayi, issues at running back. But some other guys, they've really stepped up, have they not, CD?
They certainly have. And you remember Corey Clement, one of the heroes in the Super Bowl win with a touchdown catch in that game. He had 56 yards rushing, as did Wendell Smallwood. And Dallas Goedert, the rookie tight end out of South Dakota State, best game of his young career, 7 catches, 73 yards, and his first NFL touchdown.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Sproles. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go, Gray. Gray 15, Gray 15. 81. Black, come on.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is third and goal. Looking to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Nelson Aguilar, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Bortles now on first down. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
77.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's go. Green 80. Green inside.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking sideline, incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And it'll bring up third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Green 80. Green 80. Spread right, smack. Green inside.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey, spread right, smack.
On second down, here's Bortles. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 5. Following the sack, third and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Bunch right.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 42 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Green 80. Green 80. 73.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Play action. Now Wentz. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Telvin Smith in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of it. Got his man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Doug Pedersen's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. Good.
To throw is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Bortles going to throw. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Lucy. Green 80.
Now Bortles, got to have this one. On the crossing route, complete. That's Cole. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And some room to work. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. 23 yards on the play.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout. So So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Hey, let's go. Trip flat.
Back to throw. Moncrief brings it in. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
11B.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a